Alright folks, so this is one that a lot of people have already talked about on YouTube, on Instagram. I've seen some people even get their hands on this thing already. But this is the new Droideka, a display model from LEGO. It has 583 pieces for $65, and we can talk about value here in a bit, but I still really wanted to get my thoughts out about this thing because I do have a lot of thoughts when it comes to this set. Before we go into any of my thoughts or anything of that sort, let's just take a look at what this thing offers. So right off the bat, we have the display model, obviously. We have a plaque as well as a minifigure scale Droidekas that can be argued in some sense. The display model, I think, looks good. It represents what it's supposed to be really well. But that's not necessarily where my issues with it derive from. But it looks good. It looks really good for what it's supposed to be. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, all these pictures pretty much show it from the same angle. This back angle especially looks good. I think they did a really good job at shaping, I guess you could call it, kind of the shell of the thing going around the top. I've always thought that this thing looks kind of like a beetle on the top half. There's stickers right there, which are unfortunate. Everything looks like what it's supposed to look like, right? You can even roll the thing up, but we're going to talk about where my main issues with that are here in just a moment. The minifigure scale one down there, I don't think really looks great, at least compared to the past Droidekas that they've done, but I don't think it's the worst thing ever. It looks like a Droideka though, right? My main issue with this thing though, you can roll it up obviously, right? But you have to kind of take it apart in order to do that. You have to literally detach the legs and flip them around. And I think that's where they kind of went wrong with this thing. They went for a display model look, right? They wanted a display model here. In my mind though, and I could be wrong and I could be alone in this, in my mind the Droideka has always just looked like a toy to me. Like this thing just looks like an awesome toy. But this is meant to be a display model, which kind of contradicts in my opinion. I think it's even, it's being advertised as an 18+ model, and I think that's fine, but I really wish they would have done a toy version of this, something that could be played with. There is even a play feature in this thing, and I think that if we go to the video here, it'll show that play feature. See the arms, she'll show it here for just a second. They go back and forth like this to kind of give it that machine gun effect. But that's the only real play feature that this thing has. It doesn't have the ability to roll up into a ball without really taking it apart and taking the legs apart. And you'll see here in the video as well, it shows kind of the part of the process. You fold but yeah, you have to take the entire legs off. And I think that's so unfortunate. Again, I think the thing looks really good. It looks like what it's supposed to look like, but gosh, I just wish you could fold it up and kind of, treat it as a play model while also being a display model. If we think about the Droideka set of the past, that classic Technic Droideka set, it had an awesome feature where it could roll up and literally spring out of its rolling up mode or rolled up mode and stand up. And I think that was just incredible. And it's crazy to me. It almost feels like we've gone backwards because while this thing looks good, it doesn't do anything of that sort. And it doesn't really even have the functionality without taking it apart. And I think that's really unfortunate. But that's my little rant on this set. Let me know what you guys think of it in the comments below. Again, I don't hate the set. I think it looks good. I just think it's kind of a missed opportunity and I wish it had more functionality to it. If you liked this video, be sure to leave a like, be sure to subscribe, all that sort of stuff. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.